Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to Today in Bitcoin. Today is October the 17th, 17. Golden hold, strong hand. So it's odd time. It's morning here in Spain. I'm getting ready to I'm getting on a plane pretty soon on the East Coast. So this is not the one Bitcoin show. We're not going to just talk about one thing. We're just doing the regular that I used to do. Then we'll flip them around. Who knows what you're going to get day to day. But I can't do the one Bitcoin show at the usual one time because I'd like to say, though, this time in Spain has been great. I linked to Chris's Airbnb. Chris, everyone should check it out, how beautiful it is here in Albir. You should come stay here because he loves Bitcoin. He is a Bitcoin fan. All the people in Australia and Asia who are watching this live. This is a convenient time for all of you over there, and I hope to expand that audience. And remember, the shows from the previous days are all linked to below in the notes section. Check out the notes section. Email me at adam@trezorhelp.com if you need a crypto consultation. If you need help setting up your Trezor, talk about the fees and everything. It's a good deal. Check out the links below to retweet my latest poll about Bgold. Yes, what are you doing with your Bgold once you get it? That's what the I have to retweet that poll. Right. So Bitcoin shirt today because I'm going on a plane. Never wear a Bitcoin shirt on a plane because they give you problems when you land, apparently. So I've heard. I mean, they've given me problems for less. United States, at least. Israel, they're pretty cool when you land there. They're pretty cool when you land there. Everybody. People on Twitter. I thank you everyone who's been following me on Twitter at TechVault, TECH. Please follow me there. And there have been all sorts of new people following me and all sorts of discussion I've been tossing out there, and it's been growing. But one thing I notice is there are so many people in their profile description, currency trader. I mean, this is what they say they are. I mean, it's as if this might be some of their primary jobs. I don't know. Maybe it's something they just like to put out there. But what it made me think, Bitcoin traders, cryptocurrency traders, are there out there? And how many more of them, how many more people doing crazy things, risky things with their cryptocurrency, with their Bitcoin, than just simply for the ecosystem, that there's so many risk takers out there? And we'll never be able to figure out how many of each type of person there is out there. But I wonder if it's like 80% risk takers and then 20% holders. Now, of the Bitcoin, of the 16 million Bitcoin that's out there, 14 million Bitcoin that's out there that can actually be moved because, you know, there's so much is lost, so much is Satoshis being flipped around every day. And how much of that is being held? That probably isn't any 80-20% thing. I would think the holders, even though the holders might be a minority in terms of their numbers of people, in terms of the Bitcoin, I would hope that there's more Bitcoin being held than just things being done with the Bitcoin. But who knows? In terms of altcoins, of course, yeah. I doubt in any of the maybe I don't know about Ethereum, but let's say Litecoin, for example, that is being flipped around and being held. Lower down the rankings even more more, some of these altcoins, that's all people do is just flip them. That's all. No one's holding anything. It's interesting to contemplate what the numbers are and what does it really mean for I mean, that people are even holding Bitcoin differentiates it from the other altcoins, which are just mostly flipped around. So it shows that Bitcoin is the rock. I mean, when are we going to get more? Cryptocurrency right now is basically used just as a play games with, to trade, to gamble with, and can't be the way people look at cryptocurrency forever. And I'm differentiating cryptocurrency from Bitcoin on this because Bitcoin isn't just used for gambling, definitely, but I think a lot of people are using it that way. Not a lot of Bitcoin, though, is being used that way as much as the people. Sleep. So I was talking, a friend of mine, I emailed him, a good friend of mine from high school, and we still stay in touch. He's a lawyer now. He lives in Georgetown in DC. He's done very well for himself, okay? So talking about how I was on the Africa, CNBC Africa show. He said, Adam, Joe, I didn't understand a word of what you were saying. This is like very reassuring to me. I don't need to be reassured, but I think it'll be reassuring to a lot of you. My friend is obviously a very successful, very smart person. He doesn't know about crypto. He doesn't know about cryptocurrency or Bitcoin. It shows you that here, man, we are in deep. And it's just the beginning, because one day a guy like this who does have money, he's going to have he's going to have to diversify into cryptocurrency, into Bitcoin eventually. And at this point, it is way over his head. And again, when on the show, I was talking about Bgold and forks, friendly forks, crypto dividends. Obviously, that's going to be complex for someone who Bitcoin be able to learn about Bitcoin, but it just shows we're way ahead here in the little YouTube space. But there are some smart guys out there that are going to learn, and still share that little story. Yesterday, I forgot, when I was talking about the media outlets and the big talkers out there, and if you just pay attention to the mindlessness, you're going to miss things. One thing I forgot to say, Bitcore. I mean, very few people were talking about the Bitcore crypto dividend. And I thank the people who informed me about it to begin with. But had you just been paying attention to you never heard about Bitcore, you wouldn't have gotten that free crypto dividend to turn into Bitcoin. And I mentioned that about Bgold, but it's good to talk about Bitcore, because Bgold people eventually did start talking about, but Bitcore people still aren't talking about it. They don't do a good job of marketing themselves, and obviously it's a very small altcoin. If don't get into these gatekeeper traps, keep your mind open, pound that like button if you like these little learn on this channel that you don't learn anywhere else. So let's talk about Bgold here. Asking Adam about Bgold, well, their site just got updated. It's got all your answers on it now. It's got names of exchanges. It's got names of the people behind Bgold, the developers. It's got pictures. It looks real pretty now for the people who love pretty websites. If that makes you respect something more because it has a pretty website, if you're that super fan, you didn't like it before, now you like it. The web, at first it was terrible because it was written in broken English, which was in it. Now it's got your answers. Let's say crazy Chinese things about it anymore, whatever we're trying to spread based on the looks. Check it out, btcgpu.org. It's linked to below. Everything I talked to is linked to below. Another link, and I mentioned this yesterday, is Josh Nussbaum's blockchain project. ecosystem chart the day yesterday, but I haven't read the whole thing yet, but it really, every aspect of the blockchain ecosystem. It's great that he kind of categorizes everything. It puts it all out there, so it's going to tempt a lot of people like, oh, I should invest in this. Look at all these. Bitcoin's the rock at the top, but I'm sure this is going to tempt some people are going to read this the wrong way and be like, well, maybe I should get into these ICOs here. Josh makes it look so nice and pretty, and the chart's great, man. The chart is great, and it does make me think, like, if Bitcoin was taken away from this chart, would any of this mean? Would it be worth anything? And probably no. Shows places where you can categorize that as. To me, it's like one of those places that you can get free crypto, turn it into Bitcoin. I think, I do think there's something, again, there's something to this getting paid to do stuff that you would usually do for free. Let's see. There's something to it. I don't think Steemit has perfected it. There's going to be more and more of this gamification out there, earning through. Chris is just walking by there. He'll like watching this show when he hears that I give him a shout out there. Anyway, there's something to this. There's something to this. There's some category there. Look at it and check out my poll below. This Ethereum Vega thing is still, they're still tweeting stuff out there. Again, these are not native English speakers. One of the latest thing is, since our project is supported by a Korean exchange, we are expecting they will list first. All right, that's pretty bold right there. That's pretty bold. And they're also saying, they mentioned something about Ethereum Vega should be $100. Again, they're pumping their coin. They're pumping a coin that that's forked from Ethereum, that we still don't know how we are going to get it. Their webpage is, but I thought I would mention it because I told my guy in Korea on the ground to research this thing right away. When I heard them mention the word Korea and they're going to get listed, they say they're going to get listed at a Korean exchange. We all know, when you get listed on a Korean exchange these days, whoo, there's major pumpage. Story is still interesting to me. No one else really is talking about it from what I can see out there. None of the major wannabe gatekeepers are, at least. So link to that below. There are links of the day real quick. This Storius 11 says, inflation-based economy is like everything else governments do. You to make decisions for yourself. Yeah, that's a lot of what the government does this day. We don't trust you to make your decisions for yourself. Good. Government. We're going to Bitcoin, where we're going to be responsible for what we do, be it mistakes or good things. All right, and the final tweet of the day, Bitcoin census writes, again, this is linked to below. For all its benefits, fiat needs to decrease in value over time. At least with crypto, you have a fighting chance. I like it. All right, pound that like button, everybody. I'm going to get out of here. I'm flying to Israel. I'll see everybody in Israel, all the Bitcoin people. That'll be interesting. I haven't even told them I'm going to be there. I'm Adam Meister. Thank you again, Chris, here and out. Albier, Spain is beautiful. Spain is cool. I'm Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, this Route Meister. Remember to subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video. Do check out the notes section below. Pound that like button. I will say hello to you guys in the chat right now. Australia and Asia, yeah.